What is up guys, Karutaka here, and today I'm here with another Digimon deck profile. Since we finished doing the MetalGarurumon X deck profile previously, we're going to do the MetalGarurumon X deck profile today, and then we're going to move on with the Grandis Coagumon, and finally Ordinimon at the end for the deck profiles for BT9. If I have any other decks, then I'll be sure to update those as well. Hopefully we'll get everything done before the new trial decks come out. What is up guys, Karutaka here, and today I'm here with the MetalGarurumon X deck profile. So this is kind of a re-upload of a deck that I made yesterday. I made a little bit of an oopsie, so I am going to be changing some of the things that I'm talking about in this deck, as well as I am going to include the Digitamas. So without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. So first up, for the Digitamas, we are going to be running 4 of the Tsunamons. This is here just to give your Garurumons a little bit of a boost, makes them less squishy, and so that they can't be destroyed by battle as easily. For the level 6s, we are going to be running 4 MetalGarurumon X. It's got a very good control ability, as well as it gives you an extra attack, or it turns himself into a blocker for your opponent's turn. So either way, he's a very flexible card, and I quite like what they did with the MetalGarurumon cards. There are a few options that you can run for level 6s, but right now for this build, I am just running the 4 MetalGarurumons. Next, we are going to be running 1 Omnimon. There aren't a whole lot of targets for me to Digivolve on top, so I'm only running 1 of these. It is searchable by the Gabumon, so it's not too bad. He's just really here for that extra push if you need it. For the most part, you might not even be needing to attack with the level 6s in events that you are just attacking with your Garurumons. So for the level 5s, we are running 4 of the MetalGarurumon X on evolution. You can make this card active again, and if you have a MetalGarurumon or a X-Antibody in its source, then the X-Antibody card, you can return a level 4 or lower opponent's Digimon to their hand. So this just gives you an extra attack, and he is 8,000 power, so it's not super squishy. Right, next we are going to be running 4 of the promo MetalGarurumon. On attack, if you have Garurumon in source, you can make this card active again. We are only running Garurumons as our level 4s, so he will get this effect active for sure. And it's got a very good inherited skill just to give you extra security check when you have 8 more cards in your hand, which is very easy to achieve with this hand, since we are running the promo Garurumon as well. So ideally, you want to do 2 attacks with this, and then Digivolve on top of this to do another attack. And since you probably will have 4 cards in your hand, there are 8 or more cards in your hand, you'll be able to do 2 security checks with this attack. So it's very good. Next, we're going to be running 4 of the Garurumon X-Antibody. So this prevents destruction by battle. So it makes your Digimon a little bit more tanky. When your opponent's on your opponent's turn, if they kill it, at least you can you burn more resources from your opponents because they will need to attack it again. It is prone to destruction by options though, and card effects, so this makes it less good. Thanks for Kevin for correcting my mistake yesterday. But yeah, this is still a really good card, and it does get over some issues that you might run into if you do crash in security. Next, we are running 4 of the Garurumons from BT5. This is just here for you to get a little bit of extra power, as well as a cheaper option for level 4s. It is pretty much 1 cost if you are Digivolving on top of Gabumon, which the majority of the card here are. So next, we are going to be running 4 Garurumons. Oh, also for this one, it has to have Garurumon, so if you happen to be unlucky enough just to have this underneath, you won't get the effect. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, yeah, the promo Garurumon is a very good card. It's 4 cost on play, which is fairly cheap, and it also gives you on attack Draw 1 if you have a Garurumon Digimon name. So pretty good. Next, we are going to be running 4 Gabumons from BT5. This is your searcher. It searches for Omnimon, Garurumons, and yeah, search for a Omnimon or and a Garurumon. Also top 3. There's only one Omnimon target, but we've got plenty of Garurumons here. So it's got quite a few selection of targets for you to choose from. And of course, we also have running the Gabumon X-Antibody. Pretty much the same effect as this Gabumon, except you can search for X-Antibody. Instead of searching for both Omnimon and Garurumon, you can search for Garurumon or Omnimon and then a X-Antibody card. So pretty good. Last but not least, for the Gabumons, we are running 4 of the ST8 Gabumon on both turns. If you have 8 more cards in your hand, you get 1000 DP. So makes your blocker Garurumon a bit more tanky, and it makes your attacking Garurumon a little more beefy, so that you can beat over securities if you don't have some of the cards that we're running a bit later. Next, we are going to be running the new BT9 Memory Reset Tamer for blue. When your Digimon is attacking, if it's Jellymon or level 5 or above Digimon, you can reset the Tamer to draw 1. So it just helps you reach the threshold of getting 8 cards faster. Obviously, if you don't want to run this card, you can run Davis instead if you want. I think some people just don't run any Memory Reset Tamers in this deck. I'm personally playtesting with this card. I quite like it. So I'm playtesting it at 1. I was running 2 or 3 before, but I think running more Cool Boys in this deck is better. So we are running the 3 Cool Boys. You can cut this entirely out for a 4th Cool Boy if you want. Just running this many Cool Boys just because he is only 2 memory, and we really need that X-Antibody option card since we are not running the MetalGarurumon in this deck. For the options, we are running 2 blue memory boosts just to increase the consistency, as well as giving you a bit of extra memory for your combo turns. We are running 2 high speed plug-in D. I'm running this because this deck does do really badly against X-Antibody if they have a bunch of blockers on the field. Especially if they have a really beefy Oryuken or Oryumon, then you need to run this card in order for you to just keep attacking over that kind of stuff. Next, we are running 1 Ice Ball. Ice Ball is pretty good. For those who don't know what high speed plug-in D does, it gives you jamming, and it also makes one of your Digimon unblockable. It gives one of your Digimon jamming and unblockable, so that's really good. Especially since if you're attacking with this is kind of squishy, so giving it jamming is just good. You don't have to waste one of your Garurumon X-Antibody's effects. And last but not least, we are going to be running 4 of the X-Antibody option card. Obviously, since we're not running MetalGarurumon, we are going to be running 4 of these. There's a lot of things you can change with this deck. It's quite flexible. There's so many Garurumon options that we can run because there's been pretty much Gabumon is the most. There's the most Gabumon support in the game, on par with the Agumon support. So you're gonna have a lot of options. All right, let's go over some of the cards that you can run if you don't like some of the options we're running. First up is the Garurumon Sagittarius mode. Just gives you another layer of protection if you are going to run a more MetalGarurumon heavy build. I think this card is not that great in my particular build, but I think he does have its applications. Next, it's the MetalGarurumon from EX1. I think this is one of the best Garurumons we have in the game so far. Just because on his evolution, you can potentially refund your memory so that you can make it less than 4 cost to Digivolve. And the second ability is just to, when his card attacks, you can bounce if you have a Tamer on the field, you can bounce a Digimon with the on deletion effect back to the bottom of the deck, and just trash to all the sources. So it's fairly good card. I think it depends on what meta you're playing against. If you're playing against a meta with a lot of cards with on deletion effects, you might want to run these at 2, or just take it at 1, just in case. And we are going to be running one of the, or we can run the Metal Storm as a removal card. There's no real removal in this deck. There are memory bombs. We do have the X-Antibody, which does give you one memory on insecurity check, and we are running the Ice Wall. So there are memory bombs in the deck, but this one just gives you a hard removal. Bounce level 6 or lower to opponent's hand, and then it just makes one of your Garurumon active again. So it's decent, but honestly, it is kind of expensive. Especially, it is 7 cost, and you can reduce it by 2 costs if you do have a Digimon with X-Antibody card in its source. But I think compared to God Force Zero, I think this card is not as good. So that's why I'm deciding not to run it. But that's pretty much it for this deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Apologize for yesterday's video, but yeah, this is the updated version. The deck is pretty much the same, just the explanation is a little bit different. I'll need to playtest this deck 2 or 3 days, for 2 or 3 days, because I didn't really have so much time. But yeah, it is still pretty consistent, and it is super fun to play. Definitely pick this up if you guys are a Garurumon player. It is kind of expensive because of the promos though, so I guess if you guys don't have access to it, then wait for reprints, hopefully. But yeah, this is Card Haku. If you guys want to support the channel, use the affiliate links down below, and I'll see you guys next time.